Hi, my name is thinkpadius, and I'm going to play Minecraft, and I'm going to wander around. The way I'm going to play is I'm just going to keep exploring and keep following the sun until sunset, at which point I'm going to build, and wherever I am, I'm going to build. I'm going to explore what I see is nice, and hopefully you'll join me and explore nice areas too. I've spent most of my time now watching other people play Minecraft because honestly I've played so much of it and I've built so many things that it's really fun to watch other people play. And one of my favorite parts of Minecraft is the generated landscape, which despite being made of blocks somehow is really quite pretty. And so we're just going to explore and see where that takes us and see what interesting things we see. I'm running Minecraft on Windows. The machine is a Core i7-920 that I built. That's the processor. It's got an NVIDIA GTX 285, and when it's not using fraps to record video, I get about 180 frames per second. I'm going to collect some resources, and because these are probably going to be necessary pretty early on. Also, I'm pretty awful at fighting, but we are set to normal difficulty. So we're going to have standard spawn rate, and we're going to have standard health of all the mobs in the game. I don't know about you, but I spend a fair amount of time wasting it. Well, not wasting it, but enjoying myself on Reddit and YouTube, watching these videos and seeing what other people make. And people come up with some really fascinating creations. The way I tend to build things is to have it blend into the terrain around me. Building things out of dirt so that they get covered in grass, so eventually they just blend in and look like part of the terrain. That's the way I do it, mostly because by the time I've built something, it ends up becoming a pockmark on the landscape, and I think, oh, I'll build here, and then I've got this massive tower that just doesn't fit. So that's my build style right now, and I'm going even more minimalist by exploring. Each video that I'm going to make is going to be about 8 minutes long. That's a day-night cycle, about approximately. Each day lasts about 4 minutes. Each night lasts the equivalent time, and I think that's a fair amount of time for each video, and it's enough to get things done. Obviously, because I'm not staying in any place for a long period of time, getting at resources is going to be pretty important, and it's going to need to happen pretty quickly. I'm just going to get up here so I can see what's up ahead. Oh, that looks cool. I wonder what that is. That looks like that's a cave in the mountains. And that looks like a sand oasis. Alright, let's get down. Like I was saying, we're going to have to dig down pretty fast. The way to do that is to stand on 2 blocks and dig straight down, holding the shift key. That way you never fall. You always stay on one of the 2 blocks, and you can see what's coming up ahead. Yeah, there's definitely a cave in there. That would be pretty awesome to investigate. But not today. We need coal first. We need coal and maybe a bit more resources. But essentially, we need more coal. And you know what? I'm gonna dig some dirt. That's what we're gonna use to get up. And if you've played Minecraft a lot, then you've probably experimented with some mods, and you can see that the default terrain is not what I've got loaded. In fact, what I've got loaded is the Painterly pack. It's custom textures. I've also got a mini-map mod, which you can see at the top right. That must have been pretty obvious from the start. And I've also got the ambient occlusion mod, which basically changes the light a little bit, just gives the shadows a little bit more depth. Obviously, I'm going to need to make a crafting bench and start building. What am I doing? There we go. Thank you. There we go. And then we're just going to split this and make... Yeah, that's enough. One. We're going to do one more because this is going to run out pretty fast. Now, doing this is pretty much basic to every single starting game. The only difference is, obviously, light is going to be a bit more essential to us because our structures are not going to be big. Each time I build a house, it's going to be just the bare minimum. And hopefully I'll get better at it. But it's likely that I'm going to get caught up in the exploration and I'm going to have very little time to build a place, which means that we're going to have to always start with a perimeter of light to ensure our safety. Now, I've been a fan of mining, and I go pretty deep. There we go. That looks like... Oh, there's going to be one more. Let's get some of this. Done. Let's see. We're going to dig now. Oh, that hurt. Alright, good. On with the exploration. Now, I don't know if I'm going to play strict in the sense that if I die, that's it. Probably not, because I'm going to want to keep exploring. On the other hand, oh, look at that tree. On the other hand, dying is going to be a real pain in the neck. Because if I've wandered really far off, I'm going to be so far away from my spawn point, which is going to suck. Sorry about that. I had to answer a phone call. We're still following the sun. I haven't moved from where we were. Remember that tree that was over there? And now we're going to explore this area. Oh, this is what happens when you generate terrain and it's sand. It just falls.